Welcome to Uping Stock Trend Prediction Channel. So in this video, I'll talk about the prediction and analysis of the Tesla stock price for the next week. And I'll also very briefly summarize the prediction uploaded to YouTube in the last video. So today is May 20th. So in last video I uploaded to YouTube on May 13th, video 131. I predicted the weekly fluctuation. I mentioned it may drop down to 164 to this, basically this trend line, the tip of this trend line, and may go up to even up to 177. So 177 is this trend line, the tip of this trend line. So you know, when I made the video 131 upload to YouTube on May 13th, that's basically these tips of trend lines are already generated before the last week, Monday, before Monday starts. So basically these points, the tips of these trend lines are similar to these points of the trend lines predicted for the next week. So basically, so that means these tips are already generated before this fluctuation of this week's fluctuation of the Tesla stock price. So I mentioned it may drop down to this trend line. So that's about $164. So exactly when it opened here for this week and dropped down to this trend line, and it is supported and hold it exactly at around $164, and then it have a very good increase, very good rebound for the past week, and when it even dropped, when it even increased up to this trend line, that's what I mentioned, $177.7. I mentioned it may even push it up to this trend lines. So exactly push it up to this trend line, and the buyers are so excited, and then even push it up a little bit more. So but even though this is still just $2 or $3 of uncertainty, so even though this $2 of uncertainty is still relatively small compared to the $170 of stock price, and also even though you capture this kind of price increase for this range from $164 to $177, that's still $13 of increase. That's still a lot of money you can make for this kind of prediction. So many people will be interested in next week's fluctuation and the weekly high and the weekly low after this big increase. So for the next week, it still have a good promising increasing trend, and these trend lines are still increase, and it also the closing price and also exceeded this top trend lines. So it means it still have a good strong increasing momentum, but you know there's a stock price is always fluctuate, so it may have a weekly low and fluctuation to a little bit lower price, but the general trend is still in this high increasing momentum trend. So early next week, the fluctuation range is around between this $183.6 and $178.9. So in case if it dropped below this yellow trend line $178.9, it may drop down to $176, but it's still a good buying point. So the fluctuation range is around this $178 and $183. So and may have a possibility to drop it to this $176, or may even push it up a little bit more above $183, and the weekly fluctuation range is around this at least 170 $5, $175, and this $186 in this range. It may drop down a little bit more, even down to $170. There's a possibility, but even though when it dropped to $170, it's still a good buying point, buying price for this week. So generally, if I switch to monthly chart, I will also show the monthly chart in some previous videos. You see, and it hold it here, and it's a support, good support, and it so far it increased up to this yellow trend line, and even slightly exceeded. And it's a kind of all these trend lines are basically some milestones trend lines representing the effective support and the effective resistance. So when it increased so far and increased to this yellow trend line and even exceeded a little bit more, so this month is still have a good increasing momentum. It may have a possibility to increase up to this $190 to $190 to this trend line, but it may still have a little bit of struggle around this price range, and it will still have a very good possibility and high possibility to still drop to this point of $177 or even a little bit more, like what I mentioned, 176 or 100, potentially have a small possibility to drop it even down to $170. So, but it will have a little bit of fluctuation around this price range, and once it is established and have a good support and confirmed it is a good support, and it will continues to move up to this $190. So that's a prediction analysis, and the prediction analysis of the weekly high and the weekly low for the Tesla stock price for the next week, or maybe even around this month. So if you are interested in this kind of, you are welcome to subscribe Uping Stock Trend Prediction channel or watch more video in YouTube.